day, Bashar. Hi.
Hi.
I was afraid if I yelled too loud, it might get feedback, so I held back a little, but I wanted to say it even louder.
I'll still give you feedback.
Okay. I do. I love the AAA. So
Oh, all right.
I love, can we acknowledge this moment? I want to acknowledge
Absolutely.
all of you for being here and sharing this moment with me.
And deep appreciation.
And deep appreciation. I also want to acknowledge the special people that I came with today, and also a friend that's on Ustream, Emily. Hi, Emily. And just really.
Are you accepting an award?
I'm just really appreciating this moment
Oh, all
and
right.
acknowledging it. And I'm hoping this will.
I want to thank the Academy.
I feel like I'm
all
one.
the people who made this possible. You know who you are. While they're sitting at home going, does she mean me?
Sure.
Oh, all right. Just having some fun with you.
Yeah, I love having fun with you.
And so what would you like to discuss?
So I want to discuss surrender because I had a really synchronous event today with my Tesla.
Oh, all right.
It has autopilot capabilities, so it can
Yes.
drive itself.
Yes.
Today was the first time I did the parallel park.
Yes.
And so it was pretty amazing. But
All right,
also,
if you say so.
It was. But when I surrendered, it was kind of like it did better than I could with the wheel. It just spun it so fast and it went into the spot so well.
All right.
And I'm really good at parallel parking. And I thought, wow, this is so good to surrender and trust and just kind of sit back and allow it to happen.
All right.
And so that was so good when you brought that up today. I
Well,
love
you
that.
see, even your technology is starting to reflect this idea back to you.
I love it.
Because the things that happen in your society, the changes that happen in your technology and in other aspects of your society are reflections of changes that are happening in your consciousness. So you will never see those kinds of things in your physical reality until they happen in your consciousness. And then you will start to see all sorts of reflections and symbols and representations of these changes that have already occurred in your consciousness.
So exciting.
Yes, it is.
And so I just wanted to bring that up because I feel like the more that we surrender and trust, that we get to have those experiences more and more.
Absolutely. That's how it works. Because those are the experiences that are automatically relevant for your life, for your joy, for your excitement, for your ecstasy. They are reflective of who you truly are. Most of you have absolutely no idea how powerful and beautiful you are. But we are doing our best to remind you.
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Okay. The next question I have, I'd love to have some clarity on the path of least resistance and our highest excitement.
Some clarity on it? So
Yeah.
you don't know what any of your excitement is?
I think, no, I do. But what I guess I'd like to give a little reference because sometimes when you say it feels like your path of least resistance.
Your excitement will always be the path of least resistance. It can't be other because that's one of the tools of excitement. If you have a definition of excitement that says you're not on the path of least resistance, then you don't have a definition of excitement. You have another kind of definition.
Thank you.
Does that help?
It helps, but I think there was a circumstance where you would say, this feels like my highest excitement, but maybe this feels like my path of least resistance. What's a tool or process that you could?
Well, remember that one of the jobs, one of the tools of excitement is to bring up things that are not representative of your excitement. But that's part of the excitement because bringing them up brings them to your attention so you can do something about letting them go and add the energy to your excitement. That's why it's exciting for your excitement to bring your attention to things that aren't your excitement. That's part of the path of least resistance. It's helping you let go of things that are creating resistance by bringing them to your attention. Because if they just remain in your unconscious mind, then you can't do anything about them. You don't know they're there. You just keep feeling the resistance. You keep feeling the so-called blocks, and you don't understand what's happening. So when your excitement brings one of these belief systems that is out of alignment with you to your attention, then that gives you the ability to do something about letting it go. And that's exciting. And therefore, it's still part of the path of least resistance. To experience momentary resistance and let it go is part of the path of least resistance. That's how you make these meta definitions. You have to include a holistic definition over every experience that you're experiencing, even if it contains things that are not representative of your preference. It's got to be part of your preference to experience that momentarily so you can let it go. And when you make it part of the meta definition, then you will deal with it in as quick a way as you possibly can. It won't linger because you're willing to deal with it. You're willing to let it go. You're willing to work with what's there. It's only when you resist working with what is brought to your attention that things linger, that things take longer, that things slow down. You put on the brakes. No, 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 I don't want to look at that. No, 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 that can't be part of my life. I thought I was beyond this. Nonsense. If it's there, you're not beyond it yet.
Right.
You need to deal with it. You need to know what it is. You need to identify it. You need to let it go. And that's when you're beyond it. Do you understand?
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Does that help?
That was so helpful. One last thing that I'd like to discuss, the subject of parenting.
Yes.
And I feel like there's probably a negative belief that a lot of people have that they can't really follow their highest excitement and joy sometimes when it comes to being.
Yes, and that's nonsense.
Right. So can you help kind of clean that up for us a little bit?
Well, now, of course, we may have to take that on a case-by-case basis because everyone approaches this somewhat differently with their different set of belief systems, yes?
Okay.
But in general,
okay, good.
The idea is you must rely on your own childlike imagination in order to actually raise a child correctly. You have to be the magician. You have to be the one that has the imagination to create scenarios and interactions with the child that allow the child to safely, in a safe environment, understand the consequences of every choice that they make so that they will learn to be self-empowered, to teach them that they are as powerful as they need to be and are in order to get anything they need in life without having to hurt themselves or anyone else in order to get it. You have to adapt anything you believe that they need to learn in life to their excitement rather than attempting to shove their excitement into a box in order to learn something. You need to provide these interactive environments so they understand how to relate to reality and how to connect to source, that they are connected and never are disconnected. You have to allow them to find their power through your guidance by having the imagination and the skill to provide these things for them. But that's exciting. That's an exciting adventure to do that. And it also teaches you things as a parent, as a teacher, about being on that level yourself. Yes?
Yes.
Does this help?
That's so helpful. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Have a good day.
Oh, always.
Hey, Bashar.
And you good day.
I'm really happy we get to hang out.
Yes.
Yes. So, last week in meditation class,
Yes.
I was meditating and
That's a good thing to do in meditation class, yeah?
yes.
All right.
Yes. I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. And I felt a presence
Yes.
and it felt like a homecoming.
Yes, often it will.
Yes.
Because you're also not necessarily just interacting with someone else, you're interacting with more of yourself, too.
That's what it felt like.
I know. That's why I said that.
You're so smart, Bashar.
All of you are smart.
And I heard a voice that said, "We are the Council of Nine."
Oh, all right. So that's what you're tapping into as your archetypal representation and reflection for you to be able to use that state of being that you feel when you make that connection to act from in your life. That's your true state of being. You're being shown your true state of being.
Oh, wow.
That vibrational level. That's the archetypal symbolic representation. And when you remember, anytime you remember that connection, that experience, you're in that state of being, even if it feels different than it did before. You understand?
Yes.
So come from that state of being.
And not have to need it to feel the same.
Exactly.
Right.
Because you are never the same. So why should it feel the same all the time?
Right.
Yes?
It's ever changing, evolving.
Absolutely.
So it had come to me through a friend that they're connected with Saturn.
Yes.
And I'm wondering if they're also connected with the archetype of the Titans,
Well, yes, because they are connected energetically to what
the
we spoke
moon.
of last night.
Right,
Titan is where one of the artifacts are.
right. So that they can assist me in connecting with that
They
artifact
can.
too. Yeah, awesome. And then I wanted to tell you about a dream I had.
Yes.
So I was in a body of water in a little boat, and underneath me were many baby orcas.
All right.
And so orcas always make me happy.
No, all right.
And so the baby orcas started jumping in one by one and snuggling with me.
Yes.
And at the end of the dream, and it was just a beautiful interaction.
Yes.
And at the end of the dream, a baby albino whale, a humpback whale, came in.
Yes.
So I was wondering.
What does that mean? Is that what you're asking?
Well, I mean, I know it's my dream.
I know.
Yeah.
But I know what it means.
Tell me.
I thought you might want
Yes.
to do so.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are making a friend of polarity. And because you are willing to balance the dark and the light, represented by the orcas, yes, and this is your Sirius connection also, yes? Because you are willing to use that energy to balance the dark and the light polarity, you will experience, as represented by the albino whale, the idea of the light while not invalidating the dark. Yes?
Yes, that's so beautiful.
Yes, it is.
I also felt my hybrid kids involved as well in that dream.
To some degree, yes.
Okay, but not so much.
Well, yes, to the degree they needed to be.
How are they doing?
Fine. How are you?
I'm really good lately, yeah.
Are
Well,
you having a whale of a good time?
I'm having a whale of a good time.
All right.
Absolutely. I'm happy to be here on the planet most of the time. So I'm really
Most of the time?
most of the time.
Not all the time?
Not I mean,
When are you not happy to be on the planet? Come on.
I guess
Do you have to guess?
no.
When are you not happy being on the planet?
When I think maybe that my desires are not manifesting fast enough. Yeah.
Not fast and...
Not fast enough.
What's your rush?
I know.
What's your hurry? You're an eternal being. Now is now.
I'm starting to realize that.
All
Yeah.
along. Not fast enough. Do you understand? If it went any faster, you wouldn't be able to keep up.
Oh, wow. That makes me feel better.
All right. Glad I could help.
Yeah. I am so happy to be interacting with you right now. I mean, it's just...
Then any time on the planet you feel unhappy to be there, just remember how happy you are right now. And it'll bring you back to the present, yes?
Yes.
All right. Does that help you?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bashar. Thank you.